Hey, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm so excited for this and I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, but I didn't dare to take the step to actually do it. But I've been sitting at home for a long time now and I thought, okay, why not do it now? In this video I chose to shoot black and white film because I can develop that at home by myself. And I went to visit some friends to shoot some portraits on this black and white film. And they were staying on the inside and I was on the outside, so everything was safe. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I shot some behind the scenes footage for you to watch me in action and see how I got the shot that I took. I filmed the whole process of me developing my own film, so if you want to do it at home you can maybe get some information from it, because I will talk you through the entire process. It felt like a bit of a scary thing to do for me at first, but when I started doing it, it actually is pretty simple. If you just follow the steps, nothing really can go wrong. So yeah, it's a lot of fun and I hope you will try it as well. Enjoy! So right now I'm going to show you some behind the scene footage of the little shoot I did. Everybody's in quarantine now. So I visited some friends to shoot through the windows to capture the feeling of distance in my pictures. Distance that we're all feeling right now due to this crazy time. It feels so weird to be locked up in your home. It feels so weird to not be able to visit your friends, and I wanted to capture that through these portraits. So now we're on to the next location and a different day. I really loved playing with reflections in the window. Both of the locations had nice trees around it, so I could use these as lines in my pictures. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I normally shoot in color, so shooting black and white was a bit weird for me because you have to think a bit differently. But it was fun, especially because I could develop them now. I'll show you what you'll need to develop film at home. Before you start developing, make sure you have all the liquids ready and diluted. Every part of the process needs to be diluted differently, so make sure to check the packaging. You can see how much liquid you need by checking the bottom of the developing tank. I'm not sure if it focuses right, but yeah, you know where to find it. For instance, I just developed one roll of 35mm film. And I can check here and it says that I just need 375 milliliters of liquid. And you can see on the packaging that I think my developer was 1:7, so 1/7 of developer and 6/7 of distilled water. So make sure to have everything ready before you start, because otherwise it's hard to keep the process going. Alright, here we go. I started with my developer and I diluted it with distilled water. It has to be a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, and I checked mine and it was a bit warm, so I had to wait for a little bit to let it cool off before I could start developing. And I did the same with the fixing bath and the stop bath, and then I put my film on the film spool in my darkroom, which I created in my bathroom by just taping all the windows shut so there wasn't any light coming in. It takes some practice to get the film on the spool, so I did that with an old roll of film just to check it in daylight and get the feeling of it. And then it's a lot easier to do it in the dark. So yeah, let's start developing. For the roll of film that I used, which was an Ilford FP4 Plus 125, I needed to develop it for around 4 minutes. So I put in the liquid, I closed the tank, and then I put on the timer. And after every minute you need to turn the developing tank upside down for a few times for 10 seconds. So after you've done that, you can pour it out again in the same cup to not waste any liquid. And then you pour in the stop bath, which needs to be in there for about a minute. And you need to turn the developing tank for that whole minute. And then you go on to the fixing bath. Mine needed to be in there for 5 minutes. And for the first minute you want to turn your developing tank upside down for a few times. And after that first minute you need to flip the developing tank upside down for 3 times every minute. So when that's done, you pour out the liquid and you let some cold water run in it. You can do that for 5 to 10 minutes. And then it's time to take out your pictures. I always really like this moment. It feels a bit like Christmas, unwrapping your presents. So yeah, after you took them out, you can hang them to dry with the drying clips. So yeah, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know what you think of the video, and see you next time.